Welcome to the C programming tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to learn these particular topics. What is C programming? Introduction to C, overview of C, compilation model, structure of C program. We'll talk about header files. We'll talk about main function. We also see how to write down our first C program. We will see what are comments. We will talk about the full-fledged compiling and running of the C program. We will also discuss C tokens, keyword, data types, and at last we'll talk about variables. So now we start this particular tutorial. The first question comes over here is, what is programming? If I talk about programming, it's a very general word. If I need to speak about programming, it's not related to computers, because suppose I'm making a program to go for a movie. So this going for a movie is my program. So programming in terms of computer, you can say whenever we want to perform a task, we'll pass down certain set of instructions. So these instructions will help me to achieve a task. So if I need to just give a short definition for this particular lines, I will say the process of developing and implementing various set of instructions to enable a computer to do a certain task. These are programming. It's a basically a process to converting that particular set of instructions to a task. These instructions are computer programs that will also help us use our day-to-day working and even to operate computers very smoothly or in an efficient way. We'll talk about C programming. Starting with the basics history. So C was developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972 at Bell Labs. If I need to specify certain important features of this, I will rate structured programming language. I will rate this as a structured programming language. It's a very powerful language, which very easy to code, very easy to understand. It basically is very easy to manage your code, maintaining the code. It supports modules where we can divide a full-fledged program into small modules, which gives you better readability and easy to manage the code. Comments in C provides very easy readability. So these are the basic feature of C programming. You can just go through. Now coming to next. Talking about compilation. Compilation is the process for converting source code into the object code. So if I need to specify this by a model way, so my source code comes, it compiles. Certain libraries are there which will supply me by the compiler or additional sources. It convert into object code, you can say binary machine code. And after this there is a process called linking process, which makes it exe file. Now exe file is basically ready to execute. So this is the way how the C compilation model works. Again I am repeating myself. From source code we get the source code, we'll compile it. Compilation is the process for converting into the object code. Then linker comes, it makes executable code. A very simple C program structure. Every C program must have beginning with the inclusion of header files as given there. Hash include stdi.h, which is a header file. It's also called preprocessor. You can just recap yourself like I given there. So all the preprocessor. So here it's a preprocessor where header files comes. Then the main function. In the block, in this block curly brackets, I write down the complete program. So it is a main function. It is int this time, but it could be void also. We'll discuss what is the purpose of this int. Now talking about header files. Every programming language, whatever you learn or you will learn, you will find out the certain predefined functions which are provided by the language. These are called library file functions. So library files, basically the files which contains predefined function. In C, these are called header files, as I mentioned over there. So these files basically contains some predefined functions which we can use in our program. We can call these functions in our program, but there is only one condition: we have to include this header file. So all header files have an extension called .h. So there are two things: C file have an extension of .c and header files have an extension called .h. Talking about main function, it is the entry point of program. When the file is executed, this is the starting point. So program goes to the main function first, then as per the programmer's choice or as per the flow of the code, it moves to the different sections. So main is the main function which starts at the beginning. It is compulsory for every C program. So please mind it. The main is the starting execution point. You can say it's the starting